Hi everyone, we're headed to the antique market in Casale Monferrato. It is held the second Sunday of every month, and this is actually the closest one to where we live, and it's a really good one. So come along and see all the antique goodness.
Scusi, il primo piano sto signore qui? Ok, grazie.
Ciao. that day, we visited the Museum of the Resistance. To commemorate the 80th anniversary of liberation, there was a special traveling exhibition making stops in our town and 3 others. It tells the story of the brave partisans from this area who resisted the Nazis and fascism during World War II. Afterward, we had an aperitivo at our local bar. Hi, ciao. I just wanted to take an opportunity to show you the dress that I got at the Casale Antiques Market. I'm really happy with it. It only cost €15, and I wanted to show you some ways that I would style it for summertime and also fall and winter, because I really feel like this is an all-season dress. The dress is the brand Esprit. It is 100% rayon, which is okay, it's not great, but there are some details about the dress that I really like, especially the print. Now, I'm not normally a person who is drawn to floral prints. However, I do make an exception for a floral print on a black background because I feel like that just like toughens it up a little bit. And as you can see, the print on this dress is not super busy. It's just 2 colors, like a white and sort of a lime green for the branches of these flowers, which you can see a little bit up close. They look like maybe they're daisies. But yeah, there's a lot I really like about this dress. I do believe it is a 90s dress, at least as someone who was in college and beginning to work full-time in the 90s. I remember seeing a lot of dresses like this and owning dresses like this, as you'll see when I pull away. I told you it was 100% rayon, but I also wanted to mention that it's lined, and each layer is a very sheer black material, and then the lining is just a sheer black. However, the lining is not on the sleeves, which you can see are still have that sheer quality, which I think is very sweet and very cute. It has buttons all the way down the front. And then it also has, and this was what I thought made it seem very 90s, like this tie back that you can kind of cinch it in if you want. I personally like it a little bit looser, so that just to kind of give it a looser fit. And also what's really interesting is that I'm wearing it with a few buttons opened, but there is actually a button because it has a collar, and there is a button here. So you could actually wear it with the top button buttoned if you were so inclined. But anyway, if I were to wear this in the summertime or when it's warm, I have it styled here with just some kind of platform sandals that I thrifted in the United States. They're Madewell brand. Actually, not thrift. Well, I guess we need to discuss what the definition of thrifted is, but I got them at a consignment store in the United States. They didn't seem to have been worn much. I also have some black leather Birkenstocks that maybe I would also wear with it in the summer. And I should also point out that there are the pleats on either side that go down the skirt of the dress and also in the back. And I just think that it's just really well made. I did notice when I got it home that there was a button missing. However, on the tag, there were still 2 buttons that you could replace. So I sewed it on. It was the last one. So yeah, I just think it's a really high quality garment with these features. Who knows how much it would have cost retail. It was funny because I tried it on over the clothes I was wearing because I was in the middle of a market. I asked the woman if she had a mirror, and she didn't. However, she took me by the arm and guided me across the road to another vendor. I'm going to cut to it. A woman who was selling antique furniture and pieces, and she had a really big full-length mirror that she asked if we could borrow, and she seemed happy to do so. So I was able to get a look at it. And a few women that were hanging around at the clothing stall commented on how nice it was. So that's really all I needed to hear. You know, if I got validation from Italian women who happen to be very stylish, then I thought, you know what, I'm getting it. Okay, here is outfit number 2. This is how I might style the dress for when the weather becomes a little bit cooler in the fall. And as you can see, I have buttoned it all the way up to the top, and I've paired it with a vintage Levi's denim jacket that I thrifted at Goodwill back in the States, and these sort of stacked heel high boots. They are the brand Born. I've had them for so long that I'm not exactly sure. I don't think they're thrifted. I think I got them like at one of the Nordstrom sales. But yeah, I would definitely wear this dress with tall boots. I also have another pair of tall boots that are brown. They're flat and they're brown, more like riding boot style, that I think would be really cute too, because it would then break up the black a little bit, just for something different. So this is how I would style this Esprit dress in the fall. Finally, this is how I would style it for the winter. And I want you to know that I'm really taking one for the team here, because it is not easy to pull on a pair of tights and a wool cardigan when it is summertime in Italy and your house does not have air conditioning. But I wanted to show you how cute it would look in the winter. This is totally an outfit I would wear to teach my English students. I teach a few classes of middle schoolers. I started last year, they're off for the summer now. But yeah, this seems like a very teachery outfit. I'm pairing it with black opaque tights, some sort of platform loafers that I got here on the website Vinted, which is kind of like, I don't know, it seems like it's like the European Poshmark, but the prices are really, really good. So yeah, I ordered these and they fit great and they're really comfortable. I've had this scarf, this chartreuse scarf, gosh, probably for close to 20 years. I still love it. I love the color. It always is something to kind of add a pop of color to something that needs maybe a little bit of color. The vintage wool cardigan from J. Crew that I like a lot because it kind of has that sort of shrunken look. I often pair it with like a graphic tee, but I think over this dress, it looks super cute. So yeah, that would be the final look, how I would style this vintage 90s-ish dress from Esprit that I got at the flea market for 15 euros. So thank you for watching, and I hope you liked these looks. Ciao!